Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I wanted to show you guys my favorite highlighters. You guys have been asking me about that, and I've never done a video like that before, so I'm pretty excited to do this for you guys. And I don't really have too many, but I really think that highlighters are kind of essential to a successful makeup look, and I think that they look very different across different skin colors. So I wanted to show you a few that I use on myself, plus my kit, the ones that I think are universally just really pretty on lots of different skin tones. So my favorite one, absolutely hands down, is this Mineralized Skinfinish by MAC. This is the medium dark natural and shimmer. It actually has been discontinued. I've been using this for years in my kit, and when I found out that it was being discontinued, I grabbed as many as I could from that MAC counter at that time. This is actually my very last one, and if you guys look carefully, it's actually it sucks because this part that does not have the shimmer to it is like the bigger part, and that part is like so small. But this is the one that I use in my kit. I used to use this as myself when I, actually had more of them and they were available. But now I just use it in my kit because I want my clients to have the best that I can give them. And this is the one that I think universally flatters every skin tone. It has gold shimmer to it, but it's also got like a peachy undertones. I think it does very well with lighter skin tones as well as darker skin tones, but I wouldn't go into like a deep dark skin tone with this. But it's so pretty. It really highlights the face well. And what I like to do a lot of the times when I'm doing a bride is that I'll do a highlight from like the point of your eyebrow right here all the way around, and it just catches the light of the camera really well, and I love that. And then my next one, also for my kit, is the Dedivonvic I Am Glam, and this is a huge quantity. It's in this jar. The only thing that I don't like about this is that loose anything is a little bit more messy. So even right now, I like to show this to you guys. It's kind of, it's right there. This is beautiful. I think it's the most similar one that I've ever used to the MAC one. I don't think anything can replace that one for me, but this is also great. It's very similar in color. It's also got that peachy undertone. This one is not as shimmery as this one, so this might be a little bit more subtle, but I like this one for photography, and this one's great for everyday wear. This is also more multifunctional. I like to use this as a highlight up on my brow bone, sometimes down my nose, stuff like that. And this is great on lighter skin tones. I really like that one. You can order that online from customblendcosmetics.com, I believe. And then one that I love for deeper, darker skin tones is this one. It's called Golden Bronze by MAC. Right here. And it is what it says. It's like a goldeny bronze. It definitely changes based on who you're putting it on. I feel like it kind of takes the person's skin tone and adjusts to that. This is definitely darker than the other two. It has more red to it, and that's why I think that it suits darker skin tones better. When I put this on myself, I feel like it turns golden. When I put this on other people, it's got that like bronzier, like brickish sort of color. Like, I guess it doesn't really make sense, but it's beautiful. It looks really great. And all of these ones just last forever, so they are a good thing for your kit. It's just sifting it out and stuff like that is not as easy as having something that's just pressed. Then one that I love in myself is this one, the Makeup Forever Uplight. The only problem with this, well, this is the Uplight in number 23. They have, I think it goes in like 10, 11, 21, 22, 23, then 30, 31, 32. And each of those, based on which number you go up higher into, becomes more like chunkier glitter. So the ones are going to be the ones that are like the most natural. The twos are going to be a little bit more, and the threes are going to be like the super chunky glitter. So when I bought that, I didn't. When I bought this, I didn't know that. I learned that when I went to a Makeup Forever class. So this isn't the two, so it does have more, I guess, shimmer than the ones, but less than the threes. And I just love how this looks. I think it looks like water across your skin. So it's not something that I would say is super natural at all. However, the only problem that I have with this is that it's kind of finicky with the foundations that I use. I feel like certain foundations that I use, it is fine over and it looks great and everything. Other ones, I feel like it removes what's under and puts itself on top. So when that happens, I can see like my normal skin underneath it and this just sitting on top. So it kind of ruins my makeup look in certain ways. So that makes it a little bit harder to wear. But when it does come out looking right, it's beautiful. The only thing too with this is that the shelf life is not that great. If you notice, this one's falling apart. This one's yellow right here. So it's obviously like something's, separating. And this part's a normal bronzy gold. So This is one that I'm going to have to throw away, so I don't know about the shelf life of that. I'm not too much of a fan of that. The other one that I want to talk about is the one that I no longer have. I had to throw it away for the same reason, separation. It was the one from Inglot, and it came in a pump. It was bronzy. That's probably the most natural one I've ever used on my skin tone. And I don't know the name of it or anything like that. If I saw it, I would recognize it. They only had like 3 or 4. But it was a bottle, like it was like this, but a little bit bigger. And had the same kind of quality, but I loved that one. Then, if you guys prefer creams, I love creams. I think it just goes on, like if I forget to not powder my face, and I do have some powder, I think that this one does a great job of masking that, not making it look like, oh, you've done something wrong. This is Shale by MAC. It's a frost, so it's definitely very highly shimmery. So you have to use this in very, very small quantities. I have a hard time making this one look natural. So this is also going to be like a nighttime, more fancy sort of event type of thing. And I put this, like, I put on the least amount that I possibly can because I don't like it to look crazy. So I literally put this on, like, just right here. And that's it. So sometimes I put it on down the bridge of my nose if I'm not going to be out for too long because I don't want to, my creams don't tend to last as long on me. But I love the way this looks. I actually have a couple of pictures of me wearing this when I was teaching a makeup class a long time ago. And it just looks amazing. Like in those pictures, I was like, oh my god, it looks so, so good. And that made me want to wear this more and more. So this was a big one that I used all through college pretty much. The one that I like to use now if I kind of forget my other products and I'm just like, oh, I don't know what to do, and this one actually does work, is Light Over Dark by MAC. It's this mineralized blush. And so that's kind of like a bronzy color, and that's like a lighter color, and it's veined, and it comes off as like a peachy, goldish sort of shimmer, and so I like to wear that sometimes if I just forget everything else and I have this in my purse because this works pretty well as well. And then the one that I think I wear the most is this one right here. It's Trace Gold by MAC. And this is probably the most neutral and natural one out of all the ones that I've shown you in terms of how versatile it is. It just works with anybody. And I don't think it looks like a separate product on your skin. I feel like when I wear that, I feel like my blush looks normal and this just goes on top of it like a little bit, and it just looks very, very natural. I really, really like that one. It's really deceptive because if you were to look at it, you wouldn't think that it's a highlight. And then when you even like swatch it, it doesn't look like it's going to do much, but then it looks beautiful in the skin. So I think it translates onto skin really, really well. So those are my favorite. If you guys have any questions, definitely post down below and I'll be sure to get back to you guys. Thanks!